Welcome to Because We're Dorks. This is a show where we take a random topic from the random topic generator and we talk about it.
It's not even the same anymore.
Today's topic is modern or retro video games. All right, so
modern versus retro video games.
Modern or retro video games.
That's kind of an easy question. I mean,
Is it?
Yeah, modern, definitely. Everything about modern video games. I mean, not everything. Like Sean Cliffner, shout out, does like his whole gaming channel is he takes retro video games.
Games that
Nobody
like necessarily
Super
plays.
Mario World. He's playing Donkey Kong right now. He just switched to Donkey Kong. And so, like the Legend of Zelda and, like, the really old ones.
That's some good games.
And so, yeah, he'll do that and take them. So, I mean, I don't want to say they're better, but they are.
Modern or retro?
Modern.
Modern games, yeah.
Like, I've watched him play, and I'm like, this wouldn't even hold my interest. I don't know how he... Like, I would take... I don't even like The Legend of Zelda, really, but I would take Skyward Sword over whatever the heck.
One of my favorite older games has to be The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. I played the crap out of that game.
Really?
I played that so many times on the Game Boy. I played it so many times. Followed closely by A Link to the Past, and then also Chrono Trigger. Have you ever played Chrono Trigger?
Never even heard of it before.
Chrono Trigger's great. It's a really good game. That's good. So, I mean, retro games are good for some things. I would love to be one of those guys that's, like, all about retro games, but I'm not, really.
I liked Super Mario.
I liked them when they were, like, relevant and good, and, like, but would I pick them up and play them now? Maybe just for a little while.
Back when retro was modern?
Yeah. It was like, look at this futuristic black graphics on a gray background.
Look, I can be an astronaut. You're sitting there playing asteroids.
This is exactly what it's like. Buzz Aldrin told me it was. I met him and he was like, I was like, what's it like being an astronaut? He's like, you know that game, Asteroids? It's just like that, kid. It's just like that. It was inspiring.
Yep.
Yeah. What's your favorite modern game? We talked about retro. What's your favorite modern game?
I don't really have one.
You don't have one?
Not really. I mean, I like a lot of different games, but I don't. There's not one game that's like, this is the best game ever.
What are we going to consider modern from, like, what day on? Because that's kind of hard to...
Like last year to right now.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a few years ago. It could be 10 years ago. Well, maybe not 10. No, 10 years in video games is a long time. 5 years. Ever since the Xbox, we'll call from original Xbox on modern games. Because I would kind of consider the Nintendo 64. The Nintendo 64 is getting kind of retro now. Yeah.
Call of Duty 2 for me would probably be the biggest.
I know
a fun one. The best World War II shooter that's ever existed.
We talked about that yesterday. That was like, yeah, it was probably the best World War II one. It was just intense.
And you get to storm Normandy. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. My brother would probably laugh at us now because we're like, Nintendo 64, that's retro, man.
And he's like, plays it.
Atari. Yeah.
He's that old.
Yeah.
Hi,
Atari.
Corey.
Please subscribe. Don't thumbs down our video. If we get one thumbs down, we know it's going to be Corey now. Be like, yeah, you kids and your retro Nintendo 64s.
I mean, that is what they mean by retro. I mean, Atari, obviously. I mean, I honestly don't think that a game console that I owned, although I can't really say that either because I had the Super Nintendo at one point. But I don't consider like an N64. I don't consider that retro. I consider it older, but I don't consider it.
Well, like I said, I feel like it's getting to that point where it's kind of retro.
Yeah.
Just not. It's not retro yet, but it's kind of, because I think we could agree, original Nintendo, Super Nintendo. So the Nintendo 64 is just next. You know?
I mean, that was 90s. The N64 was.
Yeah.
Star Fox. Best game
Star
ever.
Fox 64, yes. Ocarina of Time.
I never played that one.
See, I'm a Zelda fan. What do you guys think? Modern retro video games? Leave us a comment. And yeah, bye. Do a barrel roll. We're supposed to do that at the same time. It was going to be really cool.
I had no idea what you were doing, so...
Do a barrel roll.